My name is Misaki, and I'm a working professional. I have a fiancé named Nasi, and we've been together for a few years.
Happy birthday, Misaki. Here's your present.
Thank you, Nasi. These flowers are beautiful, I love them. Can I open the gift too?
Of course. I hope you like it.
Wow. It's the necklace I wanted. How did you know?
Remember when we went shopping the other day? I had to step away for a work call. When I came back, I saw you staring at this necklace with such a focused look. And when I bought it, I just knew it would suit you perfectly.
That makes me so happy. Hey, can I try it on now?
Of course. I'd love to see you wearing it.
How does it look? Does it suit me?
It looks amazing on you. You're always beautiful, but now you're even more stunning.
Geez, Nasi, you're so smooth. But that makes me really happy, thank you. Nasi is such a wonderful person. He gave me a bouquet and a present to celebrate my birthday. I can't help but think how happy I would be to build a life with someone as amazing as him. Since we had been together for a long time, we had started thinking about moving in together. Then, one day.
Misaki, I have something important to talk about. Please listen.
Something important? Of course, what is it, Nasi?
Misaki, ever since I met you, I've always thought there's no one as wonderful as you. You're kind, cheerful, and you always care about me. That's why, Misaki. Will you marry me?
Nasi, marry you?
Yeah, I can't imagine a future without you.
I'm so happy. Of course, I'd love to. I want to be with you forever too. During yet another one of our cozy home dates, Nasi proposed to me. While I had been thinking about moving in together, he was already looking far beyond that. In his outstretched hand was a small case holding a ring. Overwhelmed with happiness, I accepted it. But after that, something about Nasi started to change. Hey, since we're getting married, how about we start living together? We both live alone, so wouldn't this be a great opportunity to move in together?
Huh? Oh, I think I'd rather wait on that for now.
But wouldn't living together help us save money for the wedding and other expenses?
I just can't picture taking that step so suddenly.
Oh, I see. All right then, forget I mentioned it. Nasi seemed uncomfortable with my suggestion. I wondered if I had just been rushing things too much. But at that moment, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about him. And after that conversation, Nasi's behavior started to change even more. This is strange. He hasn't even read my messages. Maybe I should call him.
Hello? What do you want?
Oh, Nasi. I'm so glad. I was worried since I couldn't reach you for days.
Yeah, sorry about that. Work's been really busy.
I see. In that case, I'm sorry for bothering you when you're so busy.
It's fine. So, did you need something?
Huh? Oh, well, not really. I just wanted to hear your voice.
I see. Well, if that's all, I'm hanging up now.
Wait, what? He already hung up. That's lonely. When I finally got in touch with Nasi after a week, he coldly ended the call. Around this time, it became normal for him to go days without contacting me, making it harder and harder to reach him. I felt uneasy, but I wanted to believe him when he said work was keeping him busy. However, as the days without contact stretched on, my anxiety grew stronger. Then, about 2 weeks after his proposal, Nasi suddenly asked me to meet him at a nearby park. Meeting up at the park, huh? My place is right there, we could just talk inside.
No, this won't take long. But, I have to talk to you about something important.
Something important? Is it that serious? Then all the more reason we should talk at my place where we can take our time.
Please, let's break up. I'm begging you.
What? Why are you bowing your head like that? And what do you mean, let's break up?
I can't tell you the reason, but please, just break up with me.
What? You expect me to just accept that without an explanation? Tell me what's going on.
If I tell you, can you promise not to get mad?
Did you do something that would make me mad? Just tell me already.
The truth is, there's another woman I've been dating.
What? Wait, are you serious? That's straight up cheating.
But I realized you were the better choice. That's why I broke things off with her and proposed to you. But then,
You're saying that so confidently, but then what?
she contacted me the other day, she's pregnant. And apparently, it's mine.
What? Are you kidding me? I can't believe this.
I've been thinking about what to do, and honestly, she's cuter than you. So, I want to call off the engagement and break up with you.
You can't just drop that on me out of nowhere.
You can keep the ring as compensation or whatever. Do what you want with it. Oh, and here. I don't need this either, so I'm giving it back.
Wait, that's the handmade gloves I gave you for your birthday.
Gloves are annoying to wear, and honestly, handmade stuff kind of weirds me out.
But when I gave them to you, you were so happy. You said you loved them.
I was just being polite. Anyway, I don't want them. I had fun while it lasted. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Nasi threw the handmade wool gloves at me and walked away without looking back. The shock was so overwhelming that my legs gave out, and I collapsed on the spot. Even the gloves lying abandoned on the ground looked unbearably sad. As I sat there, lost and heartbroken, someone suddenly appeared.
Well, well, young lady, what are you doing sitting here all alone?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm sorry, I must be in your way.
Not at all. I was just worried something might have happened to you. If you'd like, would you tell me what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, really. Nothing worth talking about.
My name is Fuku. No need to hold back. Here, can you stand?
The man who introduced himself as Fuku was an elderly gentleman. He helped me up and guided me to a nearby bench. Then, he bought a bottle of tea from a vending machine and handed it to me. Still in shock, I was deeply moved by his kindness, and little by little, I started talking.
I see. That was quite a terrible man. And these gloves.
Yes, he just threw them at me, saying he didn't want them.
Would you mind if I took a look at them?
Huh? Of course. They're a little dirty from hitting the ground, but if you don't mind that.
Thank you. I see, I see. Young lady, if you don't mind, would you be willing to give these gloves to me?
Huh? Oh, I don't mind at all. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to do with them anyway. Fuku carefully examined the gloves from different angles before making his suggestion. Since I no longer needed them, I handed them over to him and went home. Then, a few months later, that encounter ended up changing everything.
Sales have been growing, and things seem to be going well. Among our products, the gloves, scarves, and cardigans you design are especially popular.
Thank you so much. It's all thanks to you, Fuku, for picking up those gloves that day.
Haga, and to think, I was just out for a walk and ended up meeting such a talented young lady. I feel truly grateful for this encounter.
It turned out that Fuku was actually involved in an online apparel business. A few days after I gave him the gloves, I happened to pass through the park again, and he called out to me. As we talked, he told me that he really liked my design and asked if I'd be interested in selling my work through his store. Since I had been wanting to try something new, I decided to take the opportunity. At first, I was worried about whether my designs would actually sell. But little by little, more people have started noticing them, and that makes me really happy.
People aren't just buying them for themselves, they're also getting them as gifts for friends and family. By the way, Misaki, you're really skilled at knitting.
Of course. It's my passion, after all. I started knitting back when I was in elementary school and got completely hooked. Over the years, I kept trying new techniques and coming up with different designs, and before I knew it, here I am.
We've even had customers mention how much they love your designs.
I really do love knitting. I get so into it that I completely lose track of time. I've never once gotten bored of it, you know? Oh, that reminds me. I brought some new designs today, could you take a look at them later? As time went on, I found myself visiting Fuku's company more often. He always welcomed me warmly, making me feel at ease. But one day, that peaceful atmosphere was suddenly shattered.
I finally found you, Misaki.
Huh? No way, Nasi? What are you doing here?
I saw that your handmade gloves were being sold online. When I looked up the company's address, I found this place.
Wait, what? That's seriously creepy.
Creepy? What are you talking about? I came here to give you another chance. You changed your number, moved to a new place, I couldn't even find you. And yet, here I am, taking the trouble to come see you in person.
Ugh. That's even creepier. The person who showed up was none other than Nasi. I had changed my number and moved to a new place just to cut ties with him. And yet, he tracked me down through my online store and showed up at this company. His bizarre persistence was beyond unsettling. But there he stood, looking smug as ever. I'd really appreciate it if you just left.
Come on now, I'm offering you another chance.
Yeah, no thanks. Ugh. Fine. What exactly do you mean by chance?
I'm single again. So, I've decided to give you another shot.
Hard pass. I was wondering what ridiculous thing you were going to say, but yeah, absolutely not.
Whoa, that was fast. At least hear me out.
Nasi suddenly demanding to get back together was beyond ridiculous. Even though I had already rejected him, he continued rambling on as if the conversation was going his way.
Back then, I broke up with you and married that other woman. But, turns out, she was way worse. She cheated on me constantly, so we ended up getting divorced. And to top it off, when we did a paternity test, the kid wasn't even mine.
Wow, you of all people complaining about cheating? That's rich.
Anyway, that's when it hit me. I remembered how desperate you were back then, begging me not to leave. I figured you must still be feeling lonely, so I came all the way here for you. I'm single now, so I'd be willing to take you back.
Ugh. I was wondering what nonsense you were about to say. Yeah, no thanks. After his long-winded explanation, Nasi spread his arms wide with a smug look on his face. I immediately shut him down. Caught off guard, he made a dumbfounded expression before quickly panicking. Then, he stepped closer, speaking in a rushed, desperate tone.
Come on, don't act tough. You were clinging to my arm, begging me to stay, remember? Don't leave me. I don't want to break up. That's what you said.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And even if I did ask you not to leave, I wasn't that dramatic about it. Besides, looking back now, I'm honestly relieved I didn't marry you.
Oh, come on. Quit pretending. I bet you're still single anyway, so what's the harm?
Watch your mouth. Misaki is my wife.
What? Who the hell are you? Don't just pop up out of nowhere and start spouting nonsense.
And what makes you so sure it's nonsense? This is Daiki, my husband.
What? No way. Misaki, you're married?
From the back of the office, Daiki, my husband, stepped forward. At first, Nasi looked skeptical, but as he observed the way Daiki and I interacted, he slowly realized the truth. The smug expression he had just moments ago started to fade, replaced by growing panic.
No way. After all that begging not to break up, you just ran off to another guy so easily.
Easily? Do you have any idea how much pain you put Misaki through? Do you even understand how much she suffered because of what you did? You have no right to say whatever suits you now.
Daiki, thank you. But it's okay, I'll handle this. Listen, Nasi. Back then, I was so shocked that I never properly expressed how I felt. Being cheated on, watching you choose someone else over me, it was painful. It hurt.
Yeah, well, of course it did. That's why I'm offering you another chance now.
Ugh, that's not what I want at all. Right now, I'm married to Daiki. I've turned my love for knitting into a career, and I'm truly happy. In the end, I have you to thank for that. That moment when you threw those gloves at me, it changed everything for the better. As I smiled brightly, Nasi finally fell silent, completely at a loss for words. Then, Fuku, who had been quietly watching, placed a hand on my shoulder.
That's right. I was the one who picked up those gloves that day. The design was so beautiful, it caught my eye immediately. And when I found out they were handmade, I was even more impressed.
What the hell? Stay out of this. Who even are you?
I run an online apparel business. I was so taken by Misaki's designs that I signed her on as a designer for my company.
And I'm Fukuji's grandson. I work alongside him at this company. That's how I met Misaki. And as we got to know each other, we fell in love and got married.
Wait, hold on a second. That old man is the president of the company?
That's right. And when I was searching for new designs, I happened to meet Misaki. Just as I had hoped, her designs were widely loved by customers. Thanks to her, our sales have grown significantly.
Exactly. I'm grateful to Fuku for recognizing my talent and giving me the opportunity to work with him. And most of all, I feel truly lucky to have met Daiki. Honestly, Nasi, I'd completely forgotten about you. So no, I don't need this so-called chance of yours. Upon learning Fuku's true identity and being completely rejected by me, Nasi collapsed to the ground. Then, In a hoarse whisper, he muttered,
No way. That means my whole plan is ruined.
Ugh. Let me guess. You've been reckless with money and are drowning in debt, right? You thought that if we got back together, you could dump your financial problems on me. Too bad for you.
Why would you say that? How do you even know?
You were like this when we were dating, remember? Blowing money on gambling and then coming to me, asking for loans. And when I refused, you'd go borrow from God knows where. And let's not forget the time you couldn't pay it back and made me cover for you.
Is that true, Misaki? He's even worse than I thought.
I bet you haven't changed a bit.
Ugh. Please, Misaki. I swear I'll change. I was really wrong back then. Just give me another chance.
Were you even listening to me? I told you, I forgot you even existed. There's nothing left to talk about. Leave. Now.
She's right. Don't ever come near Misaki again.
You barged into my company without permission. I could call the authorities, you know.
I'm going to keep living a happy life from now on. And you? You can enjoy your life alone. Goodbye. With that final statement, I kicked Nasi out of the company. Even after that, he kept trying to reach out, desperately attempting to reconnect. But I ignored every single one of his attempts. It turns out that his ex knew from the start that the child wasn't his. She had just been using him for financial support. On the other hand, Nasi never changed his reckless spending habits, leading to constant fights and eventually a divorce. But things didn't end there. His ex still demanded child support from him. Now, buried under mountains of debt and endless payments, Nasi is barely scraping by. Even juggling multiple jobs, he can't keep up with the repayments. With no one to rely on, he's doomed to a lonely life, working only to pay off his debts. And as for us,
Misaki, you're pushing yourself again. You need to sit down and rest. It's important right now.
Daiki, you worry too much. I'm fine. Moving around a little won't hurt.
That's what you say, but you were just hanging up the laundry and cleaning. I told you I can handle that.
But you just went out to do the shopping, didn't you? I just wanted to do something while I waited for you to get back.
Misaki, Daiki is just looking out for you. Let him dote on you a little.
Fuku, if this keeps up, I won't be allowed to do anything anymore. The other day, I just sat down to knit, and he nearly had a meltdown.
Of course I did. What if something happened to you or the baby?
You always say that.
I can't help it. I just can't wait to meet our little one.
Me too. I just hope they're born healthy and strong. We still need to pick a name, don't we? I am expecting a long-awaited baby. I've now entered the stable phase of my pregnancy, but Daiki still fusses over me every day, always worried and attentive. Fuku also visits frequently, checking in on how I'm doing. As for my beloved knitting work, I've slowed down a bit, but I'm still able to continue. Maybe thanks to that, our baby is growing healthily, and we can't wait to meet them. Every time I see the baby items slowly filling our home, I can't help but smile. Lately, I've even started to feel little kicks from inside my belly. As I gently rub my growing stomach, I make a quiet vow to build a home filled with love and happiness, where our family can always smile together.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.